So we discovered recently that Microsoft on the Xbox Series S and X had released Microsoft Flight Simulator. And, well, for want of better words, we subscribed to Ultimate for about £1 and immediately loaded the game and had a look at how accurate it appeared. I'm quite impressed, I'll be honest. This is Perranporth in Cornwall. Now, we have another channel called Up Above, which links will be below in the description. There's a couple of videos of this, just places where we filmed before in 2019 with a DJI Spark over certain beaches or landmarks. And then we've gone back into Flight Simulator and used a drone mode, which you see us engaging here, to actually fly a drone in that spot in the simulator, which sounds a bit mad and is, but is really good. So here we are now, free of the plane, which is frozen in midair above Perranporth Beach in Cornwall. And Flight Simulator captures this quite accurately. It's not 100%, trust me. It fills in the blanks where it doesn't quite get it. But to show how realistic the textures and the landscapes are, we flew this. Yeah, it is quite slow, actually, the drone that comes down from the plane. But there is a video coming up that's mixed in from Up Above, flying the DJI Spark in the same spot. It's not beautifully smooth by any means, because it was when we first had the drone and we were just trying to get to grips. I was trying to get to grips with it. Here is said video. So you've just been witnessing the Flight Simulator. Now this particular one is the actual footage from the DJI Spark in 2019. A sea pool is cut off from the tide and allows you to have a swim in a salt sort of pool in the rocks, away from the tide itself and the waves. Saves a bit of legwork, to be honest. The tide goes out quite a long way. This is about 7:30, possibly 8 o'clock at night, as the sun's setting. The actual Flight Simulator, I don't think allows you to change the time. Although we've not discovered it has. It shows it in real time at that particular time. So, for example, if you go on at 10 o'clock at night, you'll end up with dark footage if you flew over this beach, which is kind of weird. Here is the Spark taking in the vista of the hotels and the landscape and the beautiful sunset, as well as the long stretch of beach, just to show the difference between real life and the actual Minecraft simulator. And that's the super smooth footage of a 2-axis gimbal being stretched to its limit there. Returning back to the sea pool, you'll see here again another kink in the flight, but nice 1080p, I think it's 60 frames a second DJI Spark footage. Returning now to the actual drone through the Microsoft Flight Simulator, trying to show a similar sort of landscape and features. Obviously not the people that were in the video there. So yeah, anything you want to add?
Quite realistic.
Yeah.
And it's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, the textures are quite sort of recognisable. Obviously things like the watering hole on the left-hand side of the beach and a few of the hotels and houses are filled in by the engine itself in terms of what it thinks should be there from what it sees on Google Maps, which is where it gets its information from. Here we are changing back to plane mode from drone mode, getting back in the plane to fly off to another destination.
Very smoothly.
Yeah, really smooth. Getting to grips with the game here as well. Can honestly say it's exceptional in terms of what it does. We've flown quite a few different places and it's quite realistic from quite a few feet up, but not quite as detailed when you get lower down. I hope you enjoy the footage. Like and subscribe. We're going to show another destination in a minute. May do a bit more talking then.
Bye.
So the second destination is Ligby Beach in Anglesey, again filmed by the DJI Spark and mixed with footage from Flight Simulator using the drone down from the plane to explore. Again, textures very realistic, background very realistic. Apart from the big blue lollipops, you wouldn't really be able to tell much difference between this and the real thing, I don't suppose. It is a beautiful beach, really enjoy the place, and the footage in the Flight Simulator does do it justice as well. Here we are flying back to the plane. This is quite unique and novel in the fact you can freeze the plane mid-flight and trip down and explore what you want. It'd be a great way to do it in the future for real, wouldn't it? Dropping a drone out of a plane and having a fly around. Yeah, don't try that at home, kids. I'm sure it won't work. So, yeah, this is the first of 2 Microsoft Flight Simulator videos showing the drone at work in places we filmed on Up Above, as we say, a different channel we use for footage we shot a few years ago, and hope to be adding more to in the near future, now that we're no longer governed by quite so many COVID restrictions and we can travel a bit further.
Yeah.
So quite a few exciting videos still to come this year. We've got to fly a big plane at some point called the J11, but enough of that for another time. Like and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one.